Good morning, afternoon, evening, everyone. All right, it's Monday, and this just ran yesterday, Veterans Day weekend, on the Dave Ramsey Show. It just ran on Sunday. So it's called My Husband Isn't Going to Like This. I'm Carrie Stulo and Chit-Chat. Thank you so much for joining me. Let's see what all the chit-chat's about on here, and let's go ahead and start.
Brought to you by the EveryDollar app. Start budgeting for free today. Christina is in Austin, Texas. Hi, Christina. How are you?
Hi, Christina.
Doing good. How are you, Dave?
Better than we deserve. What's up?
That's good. Thanks for taking our call. So a little bit of background on us. My husband and I were 26 and 28 years old, and I have a MetLife settlement that I've been receiving since I've been 21. And my husband has disability with the VA, and so outside of our jobs, we're bringing.
But this is going fast. I have this on normal speed, so it sounds like they have some disability payments coming in.
Human income. So altogether, really, in a year, we probably bring in about 90,000. But lately, we have been having a lot of debt.
And we have to remember 90,000 sounds like a lot, but you have to remember it's divided over two people. So that's as if each person were making 45,000 gross.
From student loans to credit cards to car payments. And
Sounds like the typical American family.
I feel like the money that we're getting to utilize for other things is just going right to debt. And so we've been tossing around the idea of possibly selling our home and paying off our debt with the equity we've built up over these last 2 years. But my husband, he doesn't think it's a good idea.
Well, I can tell you right now, I think it depends upon what part of the country you live in. And also, if you sell your home, where are you going to move to? And could you be stuck renting a whole lot longer than you think? Renting, if you are in Tampa, which is where I'm at, it is not cheap to be a renter. Renting in Tampa, a one-bedroom apartment in a neighborhood that, will allow you to sleep at night is going to run you rock bottom, I'm going to say 1,700. Okay? For a one bedroom, just the average one bedroom apartment. The days of $1,000, $1,300 apartments for one bedroom is gone. I know my old apartment, $900 a month when I moved out in 2020. It was $950 a month when I moved out in 2020. Today it's running $1,800. That's a one bedroom, 675 square foot, no washer dryer. Okay, the condo that I reside in right now is 840 square feet. I purchased it for $100,000 in 2020. 3 weeks before the city shut down due to the COVID pandemic. Today, I could easily walk away with 200,000 because that's what it's selling for, especially with all the upgrades I've done to it. All of this stuff back here, it's all upgraded. Okay, but the problem is, great, I can make I could clear 100,000. I could probably sell it in a weekend. Okay, housing is that tight in Tampa that this is now considered affordable housing. All right, where I'm at. But the problem is, where am I going to go to? And when rent is going to run me almost $25,000 a year, all right, this is why places like mine, even though I think for 840 square feet, $200,000 is a whole lot of money to pay for it. But in today's market value, if you can land a place like this, and I've talked to neighbors that have purchased at the $200,000 range, they consider themselves lucky. They got Tampa, found a place at 840 square feet, were able to purchase it for 200,000. That's because they're doing the math and going, we could be renting at $25,000 a year. So her husband may have a point about not wanting to sell the house, depending upon how long you may rent. And I'd say plan on renting longer than you think.
Scared to do that. And so I don't know. We've just been talking around the idea, and we just wanted to get your input on that because this MetLife settlement, I won't have it forever. And so I would love to invest that into other things instead of debt. But
right now, she needs to just be clearing the debt. That investment should be long off the table. This is one thing that I guess I've come to appreciate as I've learned about money. We don't have to get into debt for every little thing on the market, but it seems like we're just so encouraged to. I hate to say it, but I fell for it, multiple times in my life. Not anymore.
I wanted to hear from you what your thoughts were.
Well, you're not.
I don't understand what the part is my husband isn't going to like this. I don't know what that part is yet. Surely the husband knows all about the debt too. They've covered like all four corners of the debt. Car, what is it? Car, house, credit cards. They pretty much have covered the globe.
Not quite ready to invest. We've got to clean up this
Yes.
mess, and selling a home is a big deal, and it's generally kind of a last-ditch thing if we have to get out of this. But
Okay.
I'm not sure you guys are there yet, making $90K. How much consumer debt do you have?
So we have about 110, maybe 105.
How much of that is cars?
About 60,000.
Sell the cars. Sell at least one.
That's a lot of
and then
car.
Yeah, that's a lot of car for two people making 45,000. You can't look at it. At least I don't. I don't look at it as 90,000 because it's easy to get that and you're going, oh, they make a lot. Again, it's two people. It's like two social workers. Okay, two social worker income. They're on public service income, and she said her disability payment isn't going to last for forever. So I assume that means she needs to go get a job afterwards.
It is, and I've actually been telling my husband for him to get rid of his truck.
What about her car? Well, I like to play fair on both sides. I've been telling my husband he needs to get rid of her truck. Well, what is she driving? In other words, is it just defaulting to him? You will find I'm an equal opportunity person, folks. Okay, I am a very, very equal opportunity person. Okay. Or is he looking at her and saying, well, you get rid of your car? We need to know a bit more about the cars and see which is most logical and sound to get rid of.
I'd rather
But
you
he
get rid of the
doesn't-
truck before the house.
Yeah, but he doesn't think that we'll get back enough to pay off the truck. And so, but I think he should give it a try to see how much will.
Didn't we just do a story the other day on a guy with a really big truck payment, $950 a month? What is it with these big truck payments that people want? Good Lord.
Get from it, but he just doesn't. We've been getting what's that word? We've been getting offers of like 24,000, and we owe about 45 on it still.
Let me guess. They probably rolled a vehicle over. This type of spending tells me that they're the type. They're young. They seem to be very impressionable. This is the type of couple I could easily see going into a dealership saying this vehicle isn't paid off, just roll it into the next vehicle. I'm willing to bet.
I wouldn't look at offers. I mean, you sell at private party, and you're going to get way more than offers from dealerships.
Okay. Yeah, and so we have too many vehicles, and then school loans is another 40,000, and then credit cards is probably about 5,000 to 7,000.
You make enough to get out of student loan debt and get out of the credit card debt if you didn't have the car payments. But your car choices are what have sunk you, not your house.
Yeah, I agree. I wouldn't touch the house because that could potentially skyrocket their cost of living. Being a renter right now is really difficult.
Okay.
Sell the truck.
So let me get rid of the cars.
Sell the truck.
Okay.
What are the payments on those cars?
So I have my car is $376, and then his truck is about $762.
What is up with these $700, $800, $900 a month car payments? I don't get it. And yet, and I've said it before, Ramsey will complain that I lease at $385, and that includes walkaway wear and tear warranty, includes tire coverage, it includes bumper to bumper maintenance, it includes oil, lube, and filter, it even includes my car washes, all that I want. What is up with? I mean, I'm like I said, I'm willing to bet they probably rolled in another vehicle because I just don't understand the logic. And again, I gotta confess, I had a car repossessed because I was stupid too, and mine was $550 something, and that was when I was 32, so you got to back it up like 25 years. So I get it, all right? I'm admitting my confessions, but at least I don't understand $700 a month car payments. Of course, I didn't understand my $550. That was stupid too. All been there, just different year, different numbers, right? Goal is that we learn from it.
Goodness gracious.
Every month.
So you'd free up $1,100 just by getting rid of these cars. Wouldn't that change your life?
Yes, it would.
Could you pay off some debt with an extra $1,100?
Yeah, we could. And right now we've been throwing $1,000 to debt every month, but it just gets me angry every month.
Well, debt should get you angry. You should look back on it and you should learn from it. That's what I've done. You look back on, you go, never again. No, never ever again.
That we're throwing it to debt, you know.
I mean, I would go into debt to upgrade my living. Okay, I would, I would, not tons of debt, but if I was would I go into another, if I was going to change my living and my life situation called for that, and it was very calculated, and I knew I could pay it off in a very short amount of time, would I be willing to upgrade for certain calculated debt? Yes. But just, let's just go into more student loans. Let's just go into more cars. Let's just go into more credit cards. No, no. And like I said, even housing would have to be very calculated.
Well,
And I know
you,
that's not
you,
like,
yeah,
yeah.
you asked about selling the home. George is right. Not before we sell both cars, and we work a hard plan with driving a couple of hoopties, working extra jobs.
Okay.
What's the nature of the MetLife settlement? What's that from?
So it's from a car accident that I had with my family when I was younger. I was about 4 years old. My brother died from it. And so my parents were gracious enough to separate the money for us once we hit 21.
I think the parents should have held on to the money longer than 21. 21 is the peak. Ooh, buy, 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 buy. They haven't gone through enough life experience to really appreciate the money that's being handed. Just my opinion.
And so at 21, we received $50,000, which I paid another portion of student loans at the time because I had gone to a private institution. And so that went to student debt, but then I still had the $40,000 pending.
And when does it
so I've been
come?
paying it off. When does what? I'm sorry.
When does the 40 come?
The 40, like the school loans. That's what I
No,
owe right now.
$40,000 worth of student loans pending. I'm sorry. Is the rest of the money coming from MetLife a monthly money or a lump sum?
Yes. No, monthly money. I'm getting $2,429 for it every month.
For how long?
End, when I turn 35, so I have about 9 years to go.
Okay. All right.
And if she's not careful, she will have nothing to show for it. She will have nothing to show for it. And she'll look back on someday and went, damn, I went through a whole lot of money.
Yeah. You guys need to get. The truck is glaringly absurd in your numbers. It's the thing that sticks out and screams stupid.
I wouldn't have given her this money until she was 35, to be really honest. But that's just me. At least 30. Because really, she's had a good lump coming. She's had this money coming to her. But when you really get down to it, what does she have to show for it? Nothing. Maybe a degree. That's about it.
Okay.
And yeah, it's got to go. It's out of control. And probably your car too, but at least the truck, because you're making $90K, you're driving a $60,000 truck. That does not make sense.
And look at the gas on that truck too. The gas, the maintenance on the truck. I don't get it. I don't get it. But like I said, I've made my financial faults, so trust me. Can't throw stones.
Nice truck though.
Yeah, he's not gonna like to hear that, Dave. But he's gotta get rid of it.
Well, he's gonna. Guess what? He's not homeless. He's just truckless. It's a better choice.
The fact that he'd rather sell his house before his truck tells me that truck is an ego play.
Yes. Okay. All right. Well.
Yeah. Good luck with that. I hope you talk him into it, because that's what you guys need to do.
Have him watch this call.
It's the best thing that you can do. You've got to clear this up, and so.
Goodness gracious.
Yeah.
Okay, that's the end of the video. I'm going to say this from what I see so far. She's going to blow that whole entire inheritance. She'll have nothing to not inheritance, but the settlement. She'll have nothing to show for it. Like I said, and if she were to sell the house at this point, also knowing how she got that money, then she'll really have nothing to show for it. So she should keep the house, sell the truck, try to keep away from $700 vehicle payments. Oh, good Lord. Okay. So anyways, folks, that's the end of that. I'm Carrie. This is Student Loan Chit-Chat. Thank you so much for joining me. I do hope you will consider subscribing, and have a great Monday. Bye.